Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Mr. Bambam and all my friends. This is my final drama presentation, of course, for my final exam, and I will be discussing the Salmon Tribunal, a short drama but emotionally powerful. Play written by Walter Wykes. Okay, why I chose this drama? I chose this drama because it's short, intense, and emotionally complex. It is amazing how only two characters in one place can create so much tension. And then the salmon swimming upstream really stayed with me. It symbolized the need to fight for something we have lost. And beyond its artistic strength, this story feels very relevant in Indonesian society. Infidelity, conflict, emotional rivalry, and then it's something we hear all the time, not just in media but in real life too. Yeah. For plot structure, the play starts in a fancy restaurant. June, the ex-wife, is already there when Norma, the current wife, arrives, and then at first it's small talk about Salmon, but it quickly becomes personal. The tension rises with passive-aggressive remarks. The climax comes when June implies he might be having an affair with Murray again. Yeah, Norma reached firmly, and then comes June through motives not Murray but a need for control and dignity. The ending is unresolved. Norma walks out. They glare at each other, and the lights fade, leaving the audience in suspense. Yeah. For the conflict. The central conflict is external between June and Norma. It's not physical but a battle of pride and emotional dominance. They threw subtle jabs at each other and all centered around Murray. It's not just about two handsome men but who holds power and moral victory. Lines like, "Stay away from my husband," and "You played to his weakness," show how deep the conflict goes. Yeah. This is for internal conflict June. Internally, June is dealing with a lot first. She's struggling with aging and the fear of being irrelevant. Second, there's the fear of death. She knows time is running out. And the third, she's not chasing Marie. She's chasing pleasure, validation, and dignity. Her line, "I have nothing to lose and little time to do it," sum it up. Yeah. She speaks like someone who's desperate to be remembered before it's too late. And then for internal conflict, Norma, yeah. Norma may seem confident, but her words show she's shaken. Actually, yeah. She is scared that June could take Murray back. She also might feel guilty because she was once the other woman. She says, "I've long here, drop everything and come running." That's not what someone confident does. That's someone anxious. Normal tone is defensive, and beneath that, we can hear insecurity, jealousy, and then fear of losing. Okay, so in total, the drama presents external conflict between June and Norma, a battle of pride, and love. Yeah, internal conflict June, of course, aging, mortality, dignity, and loss, and then internal conflict for Norma, insecurity, guilt, and fear of losing. Now for character June. June is her 50, elegant, witty, and highly intelligent, but she's also wounded. She hides her pain behind sarcasm and calm control. She never attacks directly. She manipulates through words. Yeah. My God. Lines like, I'm not saying anything, I'm only talking. And there is a great clarity at the end. Hint that she's not just bitter. She may be dying. And then what she wants is not Murray. It is a sense of closure and final change to matter. And then we move to character Norma. Norma in her 30 years old started appearing strong, but as the conversation goes on, her cracks show, yeah. She's passionate, jealous, and insecure. She feels threatened by June's calmness. Her lines like, stay away from my husband, and you didn't call me here to talk about fish, reveal panic and confusion. She has what June lost, yet still feels like she is in danger of losing it too. And then for team jealousy and possession, the most obvious theme is jealousy, but women treat Murray like someone who can be claimed, taken, or won back. Norma says, stay away from my husband, while June says, you play to his weakness. I can do the same, yeah. It's not just about love, it's about pride, validation, and control. And then for team time and morality. For June, this whole conversation feels urgent. She brings up age, yeah, of course, deadlines, and even the metaphor of the salmon. Lines like, there's nothing like a deadline to get the old blood flowing. And at my age, no, it's much more urgent. Yeah, tell us she may not have much time left. It adds a layer of existential fear to everything she says, yeah. And then for power and control, June's plays is entire scenes like a game. She never loses her cool, she leads, yeah. When she say it is a game, cat and mouse, she means it. She's shifting the rules now, using her intelligence to take control back. And then Norma, despite being louder, is constantly reacting, not leading. Yeah. For betrayal and forgiveness, this theme runs deep. Yeah. June was betrayed by Murray and by Norma. Now she's doing to Norma what was once done to her. And then she asked, don't you feel a bit hypocritical? A strong line that flips guilt back to Norma. And then she's not looking for peace, she wants justice, or at least emotional balance, I think, yeah. And then for main is, for the first, infidelity. Everything here revolves around infidelity, of course, not just as an act, but as emotional trauma. June's bitterness hasn't faded. Now she might be becoming the person she once hated. Her line, I'm only accommodating him, really, is full of sarcasm and unresolved pain. This play asks, can trust ever really be destroyed after betrayal? And now we move to women's rivalry and also emotional manipulation. Yeah, we can say this is not just about two women fighting for a man. It is about identity. June says you had an unfair advantage. Yeah, she is not just angry; she feels cheated of dignity. Also, emotional manipulation plays a huge role. Yeah, from simple lines like "Would you recommend the salmon?" June keeps Norma confused, anxious, and off balance. She uses subtle control instead of loud confrontation. Okay, yeah, reflection and for conclusion. Of course, personally, I found it surprising how much tension and emotional depth could be packed into such a short play with just two characters and then one location and a single conversation. Yeah. The Salmon Tribunal managed to deliver an intense psychological battle that feels more powerful than many full-length dramas. Yeah. But beyond its artistic brilliance, I believe this drama is also highly relatable in the Indonesian context. The themes of marital conflict, infidelity, and emotional rivalry between women are sadly not uncommon in our society. Many of us have heard stories, whether through close friends, gossip, or media, about a man who leaves his older partner for someone younger, only for the past to return with unresolved emotion. This kind of narrative resonates deeply here, yeah, of course. And then, for all these reasons, I found the Salmon Tribunal to be a brilliant, emotional, layered, and culturally relevant drama. Yeah, it challenges us to examine not only the actions of those who but also the realities of those who are left behind. Yeah. Okay, guys, I have some quotes for this drama or play. Yeah, personally, this quote sum up my biggest takeaways. Never beg for a spot in someone's life. If you are not welcome, walk with dignity. June's journey is about exactly that, walking upstream, refusing to disappear quietly, and reclaiming self-worth. Yeah. Okay, and then of course, even if it's messy. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. The Salmon Tribunal may be short, but it's rich with emotion, conflict, and cultural relevance. Through just two women and one conversation, it speaks about betrayal, dignity, and the need to be remembered. I hope this presentation give you insight into how meaningful this play truly is. Thank you, Mr. Bambang, and all my friends. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.